once again, my friends. It is Kache, and I am here with the next part in Free for Real, getting the most out of your free hunter experience. Sorry about that, adjusting my mic. Now, we went out and successfully completed not only the missions, but the hunts for our very first missions. There we go. Oh, I got it. It's kind of a finicky little critter here, but anyway. So it's time for us now to go back to missions and see what we have available to us. And now we need to apply a little bit of the experience we had in the field last time, because it may actually give us an opportunity, the realization of the opportunity, to actually get some other missions going, even though we're working primarily here with Mule Deer. So let's look first at the Mule Deer missions. Remember, in our very first time that we went out and hunted, we tracked one, and we spotted one, and we harvested one. And then in our next mission out, we took that 6-pointer, but along with that, we also took 2 deer as part of another mission and did some tracking and stuff, and actually completed 4 missions. Well, now we've made available a favor for a friend. Hey there, it's your own personal watchdog, Doc. A friend of mine, Max the local taxidermist, has an order for a mule deer mount. I would help him myself, but unfortunately I'm all tied up with keeping my eye on naughty hunters. Maybe you could help him out. Keep an eye on the rack. It's got to be 8 typical points or better. Abnormals do not count. Good luck. All right, so if we do this, look at that, 300 GM. That's nice. So we press the orange activate mission button, and we're ready to go with that one. So we also, in the process, had gone down to the bottom here and looked at the non-animal missions, and we looked at the Nosler missions. And the very first Nosler mission was to harvest 2 mule deer with the 243, and we did that. Well, the next one that becomes available then is varmint hunting, and unfortunately, you'll see that we can't partake in this particular mission because we have a 243, and this is supposed to happen with a 223. And so we don't have the appropriate firearm and therefore ammunition. So unfortunately for now, that's as far as we can go with the Nosler missions. But you can see here's the Boone and Crockett Club missions. Now the first thing we did with the Boone and Crockett is we completed a mission to find 5 tracks from the same animal. It netted us 100 GM. Now it's become available, learning to listen. Tracking is one thing, listening is another. A seasoned hunter can tell a lot from just listening to the calls of the animals. See if you can tell the difference between a mule deer buck and a doe. Identify the call of a male mule deer, identify the call of a female mule deer, and earn 200 GMS. So that means now complete those 2 missions, and we'll have earned 500 GMS to add to the pile here. So we're talking right there at 1,200. That's looking good. Now that we've been out and in the area out there hunting, we have noticed there are definitely hogs around. There are definitely pheasants around. And it wasn't something we mentioned, but actually we also noticed that there were some rabbit tracks around. So let's just go to those animals. Let's go to down here, pheasant missions, and let's just see what we got. Looky here. Having trouble scoring that long tail? Just follow my simple 4-step program, and I promise you shall become a certified ninja pheasant hunter in no time. And what they want us to do here as our objective is to identify the call of a pheasant and then to spot a pheasant. And look, we can earn 100 there. Bam! We don't have to have the ability to kill them. We don't have to have the right ammo or the license just to identify their call and go, hey, that was a pheasant call, and then spot him and go, oh, look, it's a pheasant. We did that at the end of our last hunt. So that could have been another 100 right there on the spot. We didn't even know it. All right, so maybe there's something similar for other things in the area. Well, we do know there's coyotes in that area. I spy. And notice someone wants us to spot a coyote. Okay, let's activate that mission, because if we happen to be lucky and come across a coyote, we're hunting in this area here, trying to take care of mule deer missions. Look at that. It's just an extra 100 could pop up right out of nowhere. Okay, and you'll find it's the same kind of stuff on a matter of pigs. Here we go. Find a feral hog track, find a feral hog track, find a feral hog track. They're in 3 different locations on the map. And again, it's 100. So we're out there and we're messing around. We could come across the tracks, and what you'll find now is that just about every one of these asks you to identify tracks or identify droppings, and every one of them is worth 100. We'll just zip that back up again. Same thing with moose. ID a call from a male moose, ID a call from a female moose. All right, and so we're going to be able to go through and do that with a lot of these. Now, some of them, like the Laura Francis missions here, we pop this one open. Prove yourself, okay? ID tracks from a whitetail, a blacktail, a Roosevelt elk, a black bear, and a moose, all on the same hunt, see? And this is something you'd have to do someplace, for instance, like Red Feather Falls. So this starts to give you some idea of what kind of things are available. And like I say, each one is worth 100. So rather than waste your time by having you sit here and watch me go through and activate all of these, I'm going to stop recording at this point. But we now know that by accident we could find ourselves identifying some things. Now, since we're sticking to this mule deer hunt, it's going to be feral hogs and coyotes. It's going to be white-tailed deer and mule deer and pheasant. And that's about it. Elk. Okay? So anything that has to do with those kind of animals, here we go, Roosevelt elk. Let's look here. Getting hooked part 1. Spotting elk. Boom, 100 GM. All right, activate that mission. Getting hooked part 2. Locate 3 elk tracks. Boom, there's another 100. And this is something you do in Red Feather Falls. And we'll make a Red Feather Falls expedition after this one. We'll make a Red Feather Falls expedition to see if we can solve some of these guys here. Activate mission. And see, we can't harvest an elk right now. So that one I probably shouldn't have activated. And I think we can actually deactivate it, but I don't know. We'll have to see. But in any event, I'm going to get through getting all these things that we're eligible for activated. White Heart travel missions. This one is a very interesting one because we can basically just take a walk in White Heart and earn 100 GMS just for taking a walk. Take us 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and earn this for free. So you can see now that we've gotten these open, there's a lot of GM to be made. All right, I'll be back with you guys in the next video for the hunt that will take us out on our next mule deer mission, in which we're going to try to find ourselves an 8-point mule deer buck. And that means we're going to have to get a little sneaky. So I'll see you there at the end of this high rise here. Now, once we get here, we're going to get crouched back down. And we're just going to work our way up to the corner here and scope these 2 fields like we always do. I think, as a matter of fact, I may be looking at something right down there. Let me just make sure I'm getting in a position that we're out of sight if it is a deer, because we're going to have to stand up to look. But I think there might be a deer right down the hill there. Like I say, they did a mighty good job of making certain combinations of bushes look tremendously like. Oh, there, I heard him. Get the tab up so we can catch him. Fast, fast, fast. Go, go, go. Now, now, now. Mule deer roaming. Mission learning to listen complete. Punching. There we go, and he is there. And that was a buck. So we are going to make sure we got our crouch on. We're going to call. Call, please. Hello. Calling. For some reason, the button's not working. There it goes. And pull up our hunt mate again. Just going to ease up just a little bit to this next tree. We want to make sure we can see down into that valley to shoot, because this could be our 8-point bunk right here, right out of the gate. This is why I love hunting this particular combination of stuff. Let's just get right here. This stuff isn't going to give us any actual concealment from the animal. It's just going to get us up where we can see him. Let's see if we can get him to give us a noise again. Alright, now we are to his trail. Just going to go just a little farther up here. I want to get up. There's kind of, for lack of a better term, a little corner right here where you can see into both of the main fields. And that way we've got this tree where we can actually get just a little bit of cover. Right here. Alright. Now, first thing we're going to do is just check the tree line on this side, see if we spot anything anywhere. Because they could be just right back up in there, just hanging out, doing nothing. I guarantee you, I laid my crosshairs on him. We're going to try a shot. He's got the right horns. Okay, so what that means is now we know we're safe to just kind of shift to this side of the tree a little bit. See what we see. No sign of him. Alright, I'm going to just give a call. I'm excited because with this, if we can manage to succeed here, we should finally be far enough in our amount that we've earned to be able to get our scent reduction. And when that happens, then, bud, talk about a difference. Then we can practically walk right on top of them, and they don't realize it. Alright, we're just going to slip along down this edge. And take up residence by the stump. Like I say, the stump will provide us some concealment. This grass doesn't. Anything we can walk through, so you can't walk through the stump. It means it provides concealment. We want to check our back trail. Did you hear it? It's a whole new buck. Right up on that hill in between us and the road. Come on, dude. Just show your face long enough for me to put around in you. Is that him? I don't think it. I think I'm seeing things there. Yep. Just show yourself to have the right number of horns. Again, I'm going to have to kind of get over here a little bit in case we've got a doe coming up from the wrong side. Alright, let's call again so he doesn't lose interest. But it's very cool that we're such a short distance from camp and we're getting close to completing our mission here. As long as he'll cooperate. As long as the doe doesn't walk right up our butt. What's up, Chumley? What's up, Chumley? Oh, stop, tab. Okay, that's him. Shift right a little bit. Okay, so that I'm trying to kind of look at our ridge line and stuff. I think. Ho, 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 down, 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 down. How many does he have? I can't tell. Can't tell how many he has, and he's going to smell us, and it's going to be over. Can I lay down? Yep, doesn't make any difference. All right, I'm just going to creep sideways. I'm trying to get enough of an eyeball on him that I can tell how many horns he has. There he is. Oh, God. I've got to use the binoculars. I can't tell. Because I don't want to shoot and run off another deer that has our horns if this guy doesn't have them. Plus, we'll get a chance to spot him now. He's got them. This is our guy. This is our shot. Everything is perfect. We're going to have to track him. I hit him a little far back. It's a bad habit I got. Oh, nope, there he went. He just laid down, guys. We just fulfilled our mission. How about that shit? Oops, excuse my language. I get excited. I know it's only a game, but that little bit of buck fever, you can't help it. Let's stand up completely and walk our way down there. We just fulfilled our mission. And the thing is that it should have sufficient harvest value and stuff that we shouldn't have any worries. But there you go. So 29 minutes. About, as you can see, you know, I'm moving a little bit quick because I want to keep you guys interested, and if nothing happens, keep moving along. But generally 15 to 30 minutes for these early hunts. Some can get as long as an hour if you've got to take multiple animals. But because I'm pushing a little fast, pushing a little hard because I want to keep it interesting for you guys, it's actually taking me a little bit longer because we're running off a couple of deer. If I just, you know, sit down and be a little more patient, I think we'd have actually cleared this earlier. But this should be our guy, and as long as we're over here and his tracks are visible, we might as well pick him up with the hunter mate because that's gonna improve our tracking score. Oh, there you go. See how it's pink and foamy? Heart and lungs. I thought I hit him a little far back because he started to run. But I guess not. I guess I must have been close enough. It's a bad habit I got. I start to lead them out a little bit just in case they run. And then when they don't run, I swing back, and it's right at that moment they step forward, I pull the trigger, and son of a gun, you know. There we go. Get some extra mule deer tracking experience by doing this. And there he is, guys. There he is. In fact, he's not too shabby at all, by golly. Score 150. Trophy integrity 100%. His harvest value is a little bit low because he ran a little bit. That's part of that. But put it through his body and his right lung. So I actually did hit him just a little far back. See if we can get our trophy shot here. There we go. Mission completed. A favor for a friend. Let's see if we can get this guy kind of looking up at us a little bit. The way the mouse change happens here, it kind of confuses me sometimes. But come on, dear. Let's at least get where we can look at your horns. Now what I've figured out is if I kind of pick him up where we're looking at him. There he is. And I go space. Now that'll lock in place. And I can shift my camera, but there we go. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on that side, and 4 on that side. So in actuality, he has 2 atypical points on this side. See the itty bitty one there, up at the tips of his horns? Now let's take our picture. We got him. Woot. All right, guys, so there you go. Now, in the process of the first trip out I made that was all does, you know, I mean, literally walked the whole map for an hour and only saw does. I did manage to, I think, possibly complete one of our 100 GM missions by spotting either, I think it was either spotting hogs or probably pheasant it was. But in any event, we might have an extra 100 on top of what we just made there. And then, of course, I believe there was one mission we completed spotting tracks and things on the way in. So we should have just earned 400 GM to the best of my understanding. And that means we are finally up into the numbers where we can get a hold of some equipment that is going to make a serious difference for us. Serious difference for us. You know, so, all right, guys, we're done with this mission. The next video, of course, will be us stepping up to the launcher to see what we can do, how much we've earned, and what we can do with it. Activating further missions if we have them available, and going on with the process. So thank you for joining me, old Kache, for Free for Real, how to get the most out of your free Hunter for PC free play experience. All right, remember, if you're going to be a bear, be a grizzly. I'm out. Peace.